welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed, and most of the episodes are now. And today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, so it's that type of Continuum Gaming episode. And the first game we are going to look at is Me and My Love. Geo Plane is the second one, and Guess a Word Extreme Brain Test is the third one we are going to have a look at today. So, as always, I've got a couple of different things with me. You already know all of those. It's a mouse, Bluetooth enabled, as you can see. There could be the Xbox One as well as controller in here too, but it's not, because there's no game that is really supporting it in a great way. So it's going to stay at the side for now. And we have, of course, the foldable keyboard, this one. And that one is more or less just a Bluetooth keyboard that can be folded like this, for instance, so that is a pretty nice thing to have. And other than that, of course, if you are going to flip it open, it's going to be working. If you're going to flip it closed, more or less, then it's going to be shut off, more or less, and easy to transport. And other than that, I'm going to open it again, of course, as you can see. And so we have, of course, a smartphone in here, which is the Lumia 950 XL. It's the smartphone, my best smartphone with Windows 10 Mobile on it. It has a Mozo cover at the back, and it is Windows 10 Mobile enabled with Continuum gaming support, or Continuum support in this case, and has, of course, a USB-C connector at the bottom. That one is connected with a USB-C cable to the display dock, which is standing at the side here, and that one is connected with an HDMI cable in this case to the TV, and like that we can more or less show you this desktop-like experience, which is created by the smartphone, which is the most significant thing about this. Like that, the smartphone is going to create everything for us, but it's looking like a desktop system. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm going to show you that in a more in-depth, detailed way. And yeah, other than that, let's start with the first game. The first game is Me and My Love. And I pretty much like this one. It's really a nice little idea that is used in this game. So first off, I'm going to go to my all apps list, of course, and here we go, Me and My Love. It's more or less a game where you're going to simultaneously steer different characters, so a girl and a boy character in this case. And it's going to be a little bit hard because they're going to have to overcome different obstacles, but both are going to more or less react to all of your steering controls. So whatever you're going to put in there, the commands you're going to give them, both of them will more or less do them in a mirrored way. And that's a little bit hard to control, and that is what the game is all about. And just to let you know, you have to click once at the start, so there's no indication for that, but you just have to do that. And then you're going to see this screen. There's this boy character and this girl character, and you're going to connect them, or have to bring them together. That's more or less the whole thing about this game. It's a little bit too low of a volume, so I'm going to increase the volume of my TV here, so you can hear a little bit better what's going on. And other than that, of course, just if you wouldn't like to have any kind of music, you can of course shut it down here. And so we are going to use this. This would be a different option to use touchscreen or other things, but what we can do is we can, for instance, use the foldable keyboard in this case, which is pretty nice to use in this case. And all you will have to use are the arrow keys on your keyboard to play this game. So I'm going to click on play in this case. And now you can see here are a couple of different levels you're going to be able to play. I have already played till level 4 in this case. And so let's start with the first one again. Yeah, and here you can see there's always this little heart, or several of them, depending on in which level you are. And those are more or less the stars you're going to connect here, or collect here. And if I, for instance, will run into one direction, in general this one is a guy who is controlling everything, but she's going to react to that. So as you can see, if I'm clicking one of the keys here, you're seeing that both characters are going to move. And this is what this game is a little bit hard to work with, or whatever the basic instruction of this game, whatever. And the task is really to bring them together without, for instance, one dropping down into a hole or something like that, or some kind of obstacle that is going to be there. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to turn around because otherwise it's even more complicated to play this game. It's not going to be mirrored then, but even mirrored with me looking in the wrong direction. That's even worse. So let's see what we can do here. As you can see, the obstacle there is going to keep her from going on. You can just jump here, and as you can see, she just got not to the end, which is a good thing because otherwise she's going to drop down, but like this we can really go and bring them together. It's all hearts and stuff, and as you can see that worked. So second level, as you can see, there are going to be some obstacles here or jump platforms, so it's more or less a jump and run in some kind of way, but with this pretty hard to do thing. So make sure none of those characters is going to drop down. Sometimes it's even asynchronous, so that's even harder to do, like this one, for instance. So he could just walk over there, but she's going to drop to death if you do that. So, and as you can see, thought in a different way, thought in the wrong way, didn't work. If that happens, you can just take your mouse and click on the restart one here, and then just try again. And I'm going to try to get everything done in the right way, and now we have to go the other way to bring them both together. Yeah, and this is more or less a game. I really like it somehow. I don't know if you are going to find it as amusing as I am, but still very, very likable. Thinking about what to do here, I'm pretty sure I'm messed up. I just will be able to bring them together, that's it. Oh, I can't even do that because we didn't collect all the different hearts here. So that wasn't the way to do it. Probably I will have to, but a little bit hard to do if you ask me, because now she's not going to be able to work that too. Okay, let's try again. How would I do that if I have to go back to that point there? Really hard if you ask me. Not sure how to solve this problem at the moment. Maybe if I can with some kind of help, but I'm really not sure. Oh, okay. It might be okay because she can't... We can touch... Yeah. It might be okay because we can touch now, but very hard to do. Let's try that again. So she's standing... No, I think we will have to orient ourselves at the girl character here. Come on. Jump over there. Drop down. But you will have to use the girl character first to get all the different hearts, and then we can go back, and that should be fine. I think that's the way to do it in this case. Oh, okay. Worked too. He got everything now. Seems like I need more. Oh, yeah. Okay, seems like I will need more of a speedy one. No, okay. Close to it, but that would be the way. You would have to run with a more speedy approach, try to get the heart, get back to the platform, and then we can run against each other and connect in the middle again. So you already see it's not that easy to do. You have to think a little bit about it to get it working, and that's a great game if you ask me, because it's not too easy to understand but pretty hard to master, and so a really nice one, or easy enough to understand in the end. So pretty nice one, try it out, I really like it. Okay, so next one is going to be Geo Plane. Geo Plane is more or less a game many people have played those. It's about going with airport, for instance, or different airports, and you will have to direct different planes to the different gateways and stuff like that, so that they can land and get down on the ground more or less without crashing, and that's your task in this case. Pretty hard to do in some situations. So let's go to all apps, and there we go. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to turn around again just to show you the game, and then we will have a look at that. Okay, so first off, here are a couple of different other options, but we can just leave it like that. And there are a couple of different modes, so the difficult one, the easy one, and the normal one. We're going to go with the normal one in this case. And if we click on select airport to play, that's more or less a way to start this game. And as you can see, there are a couple of different airports, very famous one in the end, which can be selected here. For instance, Paris and New York, and there's an aircraft carrier in this case. And those are the more or less interesting ones. You can draw your own one, so if for instance you want to do the Frankfurt, Berlin, or whatever airports, or the one in Oslo, or the one in whatever, Spain or what, Madrid would be a nice one too if you ask me. You can just try that out yourself by clicking on that and going in this direction. Pretty interesting like that if you ask me. And other than that, just click there, select your one. And now, as you can see, there are a couple of different airplanes coming around. It's about airplanes, and there are helicopters too, so be very careful that none of those are going to hit each other, and that's more or less what you have to do here. So there's going to be another airplane here, which is this one in the end, and in some situations it's a good idea to do some kind of a sneaky whatever, or at least give it a little bit of a turn in there, just to have the option to let them land in different directions and stuff like that. Interestingly enough, you can land them wherever you want, so you don't have to more or less make the larger planes go. Everything should be fine here. And to let that one, okay, sorry. As you can see, in general, you can try to land everybody here wherever you want. You don't really have to bring them to the larger or the smaller airfields, which is a little bit funny. So for instance, that one should go there. And let's try it again. There we go. Oh, come on. Land there, my friend. Or can't you? I'm not sure about it. As you can see, the different airplanes are pretty much very different in speed, for instance. So you will have to make sure that everybody is going to get down in a good way. Ouch. And again. So let's try it again. So you are going to land there, please. You are going to try to land there. I'm not sure at the moment where I have to land. Is it this part I have to land for, so this direction, or is it the other arrow you see there? I'm not exactly sure about that. But I think this is not for landing, but for wind. But this seems to be the end, so bad idea to let them land this way. Just let's do it in this way. Turn. Okay, works. Next one, let's bring them down here. That one can take that course and go here. That should be fine. You would need to go around a little bit. What are you doing? Oh, that is very close. No, not that direction. Okay. No. Okay. Worked with a lot of luck. Okay. That didn't work. I'm dead. But high score. We have 5 ones down there now. And yeah, this is more or less what the game is all about. Just make sure that none of the different airplanes and aircrafts are going to hit each other, and they're going to land at the right position there. As you can see, this seems to be the end of the ground level, so try to put them here and try to put the bigger planes to the bigger ones, or the white ones to the white ones. The yellow ones are for the smaller crafts. There's none of that existing at the moment, and there is of course this helicopter which needs to go there. And so just try it out. I think it's a nice one. Fun if you have just a little bit of time at, I don't know, the bus stop or something, and you really just have to wait a little to more or less get rid of a little bit of time. Okay, so the last game in this episode is called Guess a Word Extreme Brain Test. Is it an extreme brain test? I wouldn't say so, but it's still fun to play. It's more or less you guessing words from different combinations of little images or pictures in some way. And so in the end it's a little bit like there's taboo in German. I'm not sure what the name in other words is, or in other languages is. But as you might be able to see in a second, I'm going to go to all apps, going to click on the guess word part. And as mentioned before, you're going to have to guess words from different pairs of images in general. So for instance, there could be a small dog and something, a fire or something, for instance, and that might connect to hot dog. Very easy thing to say here, but in the end, a very simple example in this case. But there are a couple of different ones in this kind of fashion. You have to do that. For some kind of reason, they got this effect here. So somebody had fun to do stuff like that. And it takes a little to get into the game because it's loading. But in the end, you're going to try to get all the different words right, getting a higher score like that. And it's fun to play. It's not that hard, but hard enough, it's especially if you're not a native speaker of that language. Sometimes there are words which are really hard to consider in this game. What I really like about the game is how it's looking. It's really made in a way that I think it's a pretty nice one. There are settings available here, but not too interesting. You can, for instance, turn down or up the music and the sounds, of course. Whatever you want to do here. If you don't like this cursor effect, for instance, just get rid of it. Now it's just your normal mouse, but I'm going to leave it like that in the standard mode. And there are game effects and stuff like that, so whatever you want to do here, just do it. Put in your own background images and stuff like that. It's customizable. That's a nice thing to have here. So, first off, what we have here is, for instance, a football. So, ball, and this is snow probably. So, maybe the word is going to be snowball. Interestingly enough about this, as you can see, that was right. He tells us it was great. Sometimes you have to watch a little bit of these advertisements. Good thing about it, most of them are going to be jumpable after a while. But what I really like about this, find very interesting, is that German, for instance, is a language where you have all these combination words, very many of them. But in this case, in English, that's a lot less. So in some situations you don't have that, you have meanings in this way. So let's have a look. This is a clock and maybe a dish, or I'm not sure. Dinner, clock dinger isn't a word. What? Dinner time, maybe? Something like that, but then the images would have to be in the other way around. Clock, watch, table. Not sure about it. Let's try it, whatever. Watch. No C available, so that's very unlikely. If you have something like that, just click all the different words again, and in some situations you might need a tip, for instance. So click on that, and now you can see there are a couple of different tips available which cost you these experience points or money, whatever. So in this case, is this really helping us? Wing-tish? Bing, table, clock, time, table, maybe timetable? Yeah, timetable. It's timetable. So as you can see, sometimes you really have to think a little bit about it. What is the right word? What could it be? And stuff like that. So is it an extreme brain test? I wouldn't say, but it's fun. It's fun to try to figure out the words and go in here. This is a diagram. Statistics maybe, I'm not sure. And this is a book, diagram book. There's no D in here, so that's very unlikely. Statistics, stat book? Maybe, I'm not sure. Stats? No, because there is no second T in there. Number book? But is numbers really a good word? I'm not sure about that. Numbers book doesn't make sense. Textbook. Hopefully not. Oh. Notebook. Really? A little bit on the easy side, right? Note. Yeah, seems to be the word. Okay, notebook. Whatever. And there might be a new, thing coming in here. Let's get rid of that. But as you can see, this is more or less the game. You're going to get rewards for what you got there. And now goldfish, for instance, it's pretty easy. But we should be able to solve those in most of the situations at least. And I find it, pretty fun to do this, so just try it out. Goldfish is correct. And you got, of course, a couple of different stats here, more or less, or points in the end. You're going to increase those by playing, and everything is going to be more and more hard. That's a bat. Batfish? Bat swim? Bat waterfall? Batfall? Bat. Swim is not a possible world. Bed, water, bed, ocean, pool, swim, fit. Not sure. Let's see what he's going to give us here. Batman. Really? Because it's a man? Oh, come on. That's not a fair one. It's Batman. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is more or less what the game is all about. Some situations you're going to have to live with the advertisement, as you can see. But in the end, I really like the game itself. If you like it too, try it out. And I think you really should have a great time with that. I liked it very much, and so you might too. Okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you liked this game, please give it a thumbs up, or the games of course, but also the episode. Please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't subscribe to now, do that now. And of course, if you have any kind of questions, want to talk about anything, please put it down below into the commentary section. And I'm trying to answer everything, so you should get an answer from me. And I'm trying to talk about everything I can there. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Have a great day till the next episode, and yeah, bye. Bye.